Okay, and today we discuss about the origin. Can you so here what is ESP? Yeah. And then course design application later on the next time on the next meeting. So the first one, what we have to know what is ESP. Yeah, ESP is based on designing course to meet learners' needs. Okay, the keyword for ESP is needs. Remember, the keyword for ESP is needs. Ya, kebutuhan. So we make a course. Yeah, we make the English course. We make the class because of our students' need. If our students need to learn grammar, so it means that we will give all the meeting about grammar. So we can call that as ESP. Because we make the course based on our students' need. Now, how ESP start is explained on this part. First, what is ESP? I think that we already know, like I have explained to you before. And so the definition. So what is ESP? Here, yeah, like I told you, ESP means needs. So the keyword for ESP is needs. Your students' need, yeah, not the teachers' need, not the school's need, but your students, yeah, the students' needs. Why they want to learn English. Okay, now why ESP? So here, if you see this part, yeah, after all, the English language world got along well enough with it for many years. So why has ESP become such an important part of English language teaching? So this is what your friends have explained to you. Before we come to why ESP, we already know, yeah, we already know what is ESP. And you know that it's based on needs, and it means that teaching based on the based on your students' background. Now, why? Why we need to make ESP? Now, before we say why we need ESP, now see, actually where it comes from, why ESP developed, at the origin, the original of ESP, how it starts. So it's already explained to your friends. There are two factors, yeah, for why ESP start. The first one is because of the new world, yeah, brave new world, and also the revolution of linguistics. So if you see here, they explain to you about the history, right? Start from the World War. So the demands of a brave new world start from Second World War. Now, if you have to present, yeah, if you want to present, I think that your PowerPoint, yeah, I think you have to write it. You do not only write the demands of the new world. You have to take a note too. Oh, the first one is start from Second World War. What happened in Second World War? And then after that, what else? Yeah, so we know that World War is start from the world. Okay, an age of and prediction expansion. Yeah, after the world end, yeah, all the countries start to develop their country, their people, right? They have to expansion in scientific, technical, economic activity on international scale. Even still until now, we also still, yeah, we still do a lot of expansions. Like if you read nowadays, there are like a news about the G20, right? And how about ASEAN Summit and a lot of international, yeah, international program, but based on their field. Ya kan orang udah pada sekarang tuh di dunia ya orang pada mau mengembangkan negaranya masing-masing udah spesifik tuh. Ya kan, mau mengembangkan di bidang ekonomi, mau mengembangkan di bidang teknologi gitu ya. Tapi kalau guru bahasa Inggrisnya masih ngajarin grammar, dia cuma grammar saja gitu, diajarin lagi. Oh, kalau bilangnya harus pakai s or es, ya pakai objek, ini harusnya pakai to be dulu. They don't need the teacher like that anymore. If you are still a teacher who teach like that, no one needs you as a teacher because they can learn by themselves. That's why, yeah, if you see nowadays, why like ruang guru, terus apa ya, Zen apa gitu ya. There are a lot of new technologies of English course. Coba dilihat. Kursus-kursus yang kursus-kursus yang sudah lama gitu ya, yang masih ngajar yang dibuatnya level elementary, intermediate gitu ya, advance, udah pada tutup semua. Apalagi sejak pandemi ini gitu ya. Because they do not start to think about ESP. Karena orang sekarang belajar bahasa Inggris tidak lagi mau yang dari level bawah gitu. Diajarin lagi grammar, pas mulai dari personal pronoun, terus readingnya my hobby. No, they don't need English like that anymore. Apalagi di zaman sekarang. Nah, karena itu aplikasi aplikasi seperti Ruang Guru, terus yang ada Zenius dan itu kenapa sekarang semakin menjamur, kenapa sekarang makin maju, ya? Karena mereka membuat kelas-kelas ya, video-video pengajaran yang sesuai dengan kebutuhan. Coba lihat deh, yang mereka tawarkan itu langsung to the point. If you see Ruang Guru itu, mereka langsung jangan hanya ISP gitu ya. Mereka itu buat kelas gitu ya, kelas pelatihan memasak makanan Palembang. Jadi mereka tidak lagi buat kelas memasak gitu, tapi langsung dibuat spesifiknya. Jadi orang merasa, oh saya butuhnya ini nih, like English for apa misalnya, English for as a professional chef. Oh iya nih, sekarang saya ini mau jadi chef, berarti saya harus mempelajari bahasa-bahasa vocabulary yang berhubungan dengan masak gitu, dengan makanan, dengan bahan-bahan makanan. Ya berarti saya klik yang ini aja dong, ngapain saya harus belajar yang lain lagi. That's what a lot of people needs now. So that's why it's actually start from the World War, but nowadays it's still, and even most of the people need ESP now. So that's why I tell you, misalnya nih ya, mau nanti selesai kuliah pada mau lanjut, mau buat kursus gitu ya, itu kalian gak akan pernah bisa berkembang kalau kursus kalian ya cuma masih gitu-gitu aja lah. Orang kursus-kursus biasa aja udah pada tutup. Kalau cuma buka kelas, oh yang anak SD udah, yang elementary gitu, iya, yang ngajarnya cuma gitu aja gitu. Mereka udah naik nanti setahun 2 tahun mereka pasti berhenti. Now that's why I tell you from now, kita harus sudah mulai belajar gitu ya, membuat kelas, membuat bahasa Inggris itu sesuai tujuannya. Jangan lagi hanya ngajar bahasa Inggris, oh ya udah segitu aja, tapi sudah langsung dibuat spesifiknya. Apalagi if your students is already on higher level, which not level means like old, means like they are already on the work I mean that they are a worker or they are already a higher education students. If they want to find a job, if they have a very specific things to do later on, kamu mau ini ya, berarti nanti buat kelas, kamu mau lanjut S2 di luar negeri ya, berarti harus lulus TOEIC. Oh ya udah, berarti saya harus buat kelas pembelajaran khusus TOEIC. Jadi saya mengajar TOEFL gitu. Oh saya nanti mengajar bahasa Inggris yang akan membahas soal-soal TOEFL. Nah itu lebih akan dicari orang dibandingkan hanya sekadar buka kelas bahasa Inggris biasa gitu. Karena udah terlalu banyak kursus-kursus seperti itu gitu ya. And then that's the second one, you have a revolution in English, linguistics. Like of course, like we don't use English only for communication, but when we use that, so if you see here, traditionally the aim of linguistics has been to describe the rules of English usage, that is the grammar. Ini tadi sebenarnya nyambung sama yang Miss bahas sebelumnya tadi ya. Like, however, the new studies here say shift attention away from defining the formal features of language usage to discovering the ways in which language used in real communication. So the point is the real communications. Yeah, because later on, do I say that grammar is not important? No, grammar is still important. But because English is a language which function as communication means, the means of the communication, alat komunikasi. So it means that we as a teacher should make our students practice English to communicate, not only to write, to understand the grammar. And so that's why it is very important to develop ESP. Now, if you say here, in English language teaching, this gave rise to the view that there are important difference between, say, the English to commerce and that of engineering. So if they are an engineer, they need to speak English in engineering way. Yeah, if they are an economics, they speak English well in economic area. Okay. Like the third one, yeah. This is actually the same like what is ESP. We need to focus on the learners. Yeah, if your learners is higher education students of government science, it means that all your explanation, all your discussion, yeah, all the speaking skills should be in the form of about government. Yeah, so that's why I tell you from the first time. Later on, we will make an English course. Yeah, we will make an English course that's based on who is your students. Yeah, if you still remember, that will be our project. And even you only have like 3 or 4 friends, like 4 or 5 as your students. But remember to make it based on your learners. Jadi jangan hanya fokus, oh ini tugas Miss Badria. No, coba tanya deh. Makanya Miss bilang dari sekarang, please find your friends. Coba diajak ngobrol. Kamu kalau mau bisa bahasa Inggris tuh supaya bisa apa sih? Nah, jadi kalimat pertanyaannya dari kata Miss aja. Kamu butuh bahasa Inggris itu untuk apa? Nah, ketika kalian sudah mulai nanya itu artinya kalian tuh udah mulai mendesain kelas ESP. Beda dengan kalau kursus biasa. Kalau kursus biasa, kalian desain kelas bahasa Inggris itu langsung gini. Oh, okay. Oh, I will teach the speaking, listening, reading, writing. Oh, the speaking will talk about apa ya enaknya ya kalau yang pertama itu. Nah, if you start to think apa ya enaknya ya, it means that it based on you, not based on your students. Nah, bedanya kalau ESP, you ask your students. Tuh, kamu butuhnya apa? Bahasa Inggrisnya kamu butuhnya apa? Jadi you are doing ya the focus on your learners. Itu bedanya. Ini misalnya nih, the standard way of achieving this way text. Misalnya text about biology for biology students. Ya, tadi kata Miss, if it is government science students, ya berarti bahasannya harus yang tentang pemerintah gitu, reading textnya. Okay? So far, any question about my explanation?